Ah, shit. All right. Hello. Let's try this again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Alckemy. I feel like shit today, and I forgot that I had switched off my interface and my mic wasn't working, and we have another entry point to where I was asking chat questions. I was doing all the things, being all extra. Hi. My bad. How are you all? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Two, I'm sorry about the glare. I don't really know what to do about that, to be honest. I've tried turning the monitor off. I've also tried maybe pushing this out. That might actually help. Get this over this. Nope, it's because there's light that's being reflected off of the ceiling. Ooh, hold up. Yeah, chilling man to the next episode. Yeah, thank you. Mentally, I feel okay, but my body aches. And Corey's also been kind of feeling under the weather the last week as well. And we're just kind of like, oh, shit. So I'm kind of curious, Mouse, if maybe I can increase the brightness on this other light. I just want to make sure that you all can see what I'm doing. Germany is in the house. Fine, thanks. Watch your stream while coding VST. Let's get it on. Yeah, I'm almost ready, okay? Just give me a sec. We're going to be doing some cool stuff. I'm just trying to make sure that you can see. Just want to make sure that you can see the screen. Okay, that makes it a lot worse. Okay, what if I turn off everything else? I don't think that's going to help. All right, we'll just run it. And I guess something else that I could do is I could just focus on the screen itself and maybe cover that with, let's try that. Is that cool with you all? I'm just going to focus, get really close, super close mouse to this guy. I definitely want to, want you all to be able to see all the cool things that I'm doing and whatnot, but at the same time, I think the screen is the most important thing, personally. Okay, now let me move this out of the way. I don't know. Feel free to let me know what you think. If it's bothersome, I can always move it. But I'm thinking, what is that? What the hell is even that? Daddy, chill. There we go. So now we at least have a full-on bang on screen. And almost there. Looks fine here. Okay. There we go. I'm going to send EasyBot a message laser later and ask him how he gets rid of the glare on the OLED screen. Maybe there's like a matte or something, like a matte screen that I can put over this to where it's going to be a lot easier. But also with the iPhone camera, there's a lot of bloom. Like if you look down here at this, you can see that it's like blooming off, and it's cool for an aesthetic, but it's not good for being educational. So, all right, guys, enough talking. Let's go project. Save project as, because I don't know what else is on here. Can use a camera lens over my phone. Well, the sensor though, that's why it does that. It's actually because of the sensor itself, and then the light reflection is from this screen. So I don't necessarily know if a filter or anything would fix that. All right, here we go. It's very quiet mouse. So the number one thing that I always do whenever I start a new project is just turn everything up. Which, by the way, I have been having so much fun with this thing. I recently put up a video that unfortunately isn't doing well, but it is a hour-and-a-half sound design session, kind of like this, except there's no talking. And man, I had so much fun doing that. I'm gonna set this to folded. Let's try Try D sharp. Yeah, we can just do A minor. Okay. That was kind of cool, actually. We'll start with some bass on here. A CPL lens turns down the glare. Okay, that's fair. I'll look into it. Just gonna get chat in here real fast because it's cutting some of it off. There we go. Kind of want a half step. Is Wado, Hirajoshi. Oh, Phrygian Dominant is on here. That's cool. Nice. Pretty dope sound. Bit much. Pretty aggressive though. Okay, Okay, since we're not really using the filter anymore, we can change this up into an equalizer and switch this into the gain here and set that to a notch. Pretty dope. We can just get some things in here like a multipass and start to build some bass with it, which I think would be pretty cool. Freaking crazy, bro. Okay, so let's get into some building here. How are you all? What's going on in your world? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to a full mix, and then I will introduce the bandpass lane as a separate macro. So we'll do this instead. I still wish that... Bless you, baby. Bless you, honey. Dang. Yeah, we're both feeling pretty shitty. We need to map this. That's fine. To a macro here. Maybe set that up to like 146. And just put this up maybe like 30 because that's C0. And anything below that is kind of not really worth it. But we can put the bandpass lane here. And then within that bandpass lane, we'll open it back up in a second. But what I want to do before anything is we're going to build a valve filter. So... let me make sure that this is on. It's on. Crazy. I think that there's so much distortion on this that it's like not even doing anything. Or that could help. There we go. Okay. I was like, what the heck? There's no way that that's not doing anything. Mostly just sound design experiments, to be honest. That's dope. Yeah, I don't use it for like mastering or anything. I did try to master with it one time, which I will say to Electron's credit, they actually updated something that was really annoying about... sorry, that was really annoying about the box, which is there was like an insane amount of gain staging. And they fixed that because they said that you can now place the you can now place the overall dB output to +6 all the way from 0 to +24. And so it made everything a lot louder again. And I didn't have to fight with the compressor in order to make it louder, which is really nice. That being said, I still think that, oh shit, hold on one second. Let me make sure that that's on top. So I was just making sure that the screen was on top. Okay, it is. I forgot what I was talking about, I'm sorry. Nice, dude. Yeah. That's so cool. All right, we're gonna throw an OTT over this, and we're kind of working backwards on this, but that's okay. And I'm sorry that I'm moving so slow. Usually I'm like super lightning fast, but I'm fucked right now. Nice. Let's get a notch in there. Comb filter. Where you at, Comey? I like Chapel Center. And then we're going to introduce just a little bit of high end here with some of these other tools. So we'll put some ring mod on this. So that gives it a little bit of fuzz on top. And now, where you at? Another saturator. So now we can play with these LFOs here and try to get some cool movement. Ring mod always sounds dope. Yeah, just as a noise addition. It's basically like a noise oscillator that you can kind of bring back high end onto anything. Alright, let's make this kind of fun. I'm gonna add some unison now. Sounds incredible. The unison on this thing is just insane. I'm just going to change this to C, so that way the sampling process of this is going to be a little bit easier for me. Well, now I'm curious because I don't know if all of this modulation is going to sound good with this pitch. So let's give it a shot. Just pitch this up by like 5. Ian. Yeah, for the most part, I think it sounds fine. So. Dope. What other stuff can we do to this? Maybe we can bring out the talking aspect just a little bit more with another band notch. Sorry, not a band notch, but another thing here. You just kind of have to listen to it, you know? Which is pretty sick, man. Like, I don't think that the digitone has all of your needs for sound design, but as a starting point, like, yeah, dude, it's there. I really like a smooth, a ramp, and then like a reverse ramp. That's just kind of like one of my staples that I find myself doing a lot. That's pretty dope, man. I wonder why this isn't sending MIDI data. Oh, maybe it's because... Alright, I know how to fix this. What's going on here? Oh. Cool. Alright, so now let's save this patch. Hit yes. Yes. Exquisite self. And then we'll modify this. There we go. Alright, so now we can do some other exploration with it. Wow. I'm gonna go back here and change the filter mode back to multi-mode. Set this to here. Numicron, what's up? That's pretty dope. Alright, so what I'm going to start doing now is getting some other stuff in here. And just adding to the noise, doing some cool stuff. What do I want to do? I need delays. That's what I really want to do. So just stuff like this with a really short mix and feedback, but like several of them scattered throughout, like Easter eggs. Maybe one more here. Hey Michael, what's up, dude? I set these all to always. Because for whatever reason, these aren't re-triggering. And I don't know why. Yeah, for some reason this isn't re-triggering audio, and that's kind of annoying. I'm sorry, it's not re-triggering the LFOs. Back off of this just a bit. Alright, so let me figure out why this sounds kind of washed out now. It's actually not bad for how, considering like how... That's insane. Okay, let's see what that does. Wow, that's really cool. Oh my gosh, man. That's insane. Okay, let's make a new multipass to that. And then maybe we can turn the analog heat on. Get that thing up and running. You are not going to see the analog heat. I could reconfigure, but I don't really want to be honest. So we're just going to load that as a plugin. And we'll just go analog heat plus effects. Need a gate. We're going to the settings here. Set this to plus 24, plus 18, I think. Then adjust that. Man, that's pretty awesome. Let me make sure that I'm not boosting the gain. Okay, I'm not. That's awesome. That is with the triple OTT, but even by itself, that's, oh, there's also the master overdrive, but let's save that song, or that sound. Sorry guys, I'm just having fun with making basses and stuff. Superlative tap. Yes, hoard the bass. this sound like without the drive? Oh, I didn't realize that we also had that on there. Yeah, I feel like the first thing that you should do if you're trying to make heavy music with this is hit Option Mod, scroll all the way down to the overdrive, and just turn that as loud as you can. Not as loud as you can, but you know what I mean. Because that's pretty insane. There is that resonance there, so I'm going to see if I can activate this peak filter here. And let me go to the heat. Go to the filter there. Let's figure out where that mid resonance is. Hello? There we go. Oh. I guess we want a notch. Is there not just like a regular band boost? Does it have to be a band pass? That's so evil, man. Oh, bro. Shit, dude. All right, let's see if we can make this into like a crazy... Turn this up, turn the pre down, and turn this up a little bit. Sorry. So something that might be kind of cool with this is I'm going to turn everything off again just to hear what's going on without it. Because I want this to be, I want to hear what this sounds like vanilla. But what might be kind of cool is like a down pitch, right? Like a wah. Right, so let's go ahead and go to the master pitch on here. Oh, did I just fuck that up? Also, forgive me, I'm trying to be really good about like switching back and forth so you can all, so you all can follow with whatever it is that I'm doing. Even though I know most of you probably don't have one of these. At the same time, I still, like, you could still apply this stuff to other synths. And so if I can kind of be helpful in that way, like, let me know, okay? We're gonna set this to like 2. We're gonna set this to trigger mode 1. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I can't help but wish that this had more filters, but it's okay. It could be worse. Hey, give me 1 second. I need to, hold on, okay? Sorry. I'm still here. I just need to pull up my messages very quickly. I'm just texting Corey in the other room because she shut the door and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't too loud. If anybody's wondering. Yeah, what were we doing? Yeah, I wish that this had more filters. That's pretty gnarly. We do need to do something about that. Maybe I can switch this back into the filter. I am so sorry for the lethargy, guys. Like, I know that I'm normally like really quiet and whatever anyways, but shit's kicking my ass. Yeah, where is that? That's pretty dope. Alright, let's just lean into that and have some fun. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so there's nothing going on there on the outside, but why is that so aggressive? Oh, that's why. Maybe something that I can do is come onto the filter here and turn the key tracking on. Turn this down a little bit. Wow, dude. This synth is pretty crazy, man. I love that. I'm just trying different distortion types right now over on the analog heat. As you can see, like, it's clipping to the point where it's kind of breaking the sound, and I really like that. Yeah, man. Dang. That's insane. Okay, let me see if I can... So insane, dude. Yeah, man. I need to be making more stuff like this, you know, just like crazy pitch shit. This is that like meth use type shit. How I'm gonna actually use all this, I have no idea, but that's so sick. Dang, you guys are gonna love this pack. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give it out to Arcana members or something. I've already got some other stuff that I think that you are gonna be really happy with. I kind of want to do some other stuff to this. Like maybe we can, I don't know. Let's just fuck around and find out. What? Okay, that's fucking cool, but we need some more high end on this. I want to fuck with this just a little bit more. I hope you all don't mind. Oh, oops. Does this have to be this? How do I change the thing on here to... The bottom feels like it's oh shit. The bottom of this looks like it's just a regular envelope, which it is, but why is this a attack, hold, decay? I've never seen that before, to be honest. Is that because of... No. Maybe setup? Track, transpose, track swap. Play mode, poly. Mono, no priority, octave, portamento. Pitch bend, modulation wheel, breath control. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. So look, it looks like this is just a regular thing too, which is actually kind of cool because I didn't know that that was a thing that was built into this, but I've never seen that switched up before. Is it because of this? No. So how did I switch that? Oh, I know what it is. It's here. That's what it is. There we go. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? I should probably save this sound because I'm quite fond of it and I might want to come back to it. Cloudless Gulp. I love that this renames stuff for you. Like, even though the digitone2 isn't perfect, it can still do so much cool shit. FM synthesis in general, like we're gonna get into some other stuff here, but I wanted to open up with like bass design and all that. Sorry, I just got like the chills. Yeesh. Yeah, even though it's good for bass design and all that, it can do everything else. It can make pads, you can make drums, which we'll do in a second. And it's pretty dope, man. I love this thing. It just feels good to touch a synth, you know? Wait, Bad Lucks, you have a bunch of hardware, don't you? Or am I mistaken? I'm gonna save that one as well because that's just as cool, in my opinion. Cloudless Gulp 2. Just crazy basses, man. I love it. Yeah, even that's really cool. Let's go back to the synth and hit yes. Yes. It froze. Oh noes. Oh no, it froze. Whatever should I do? I do to me and you. I'm just gonna turn it off, turn it back on. I broke it. We'll see if it pops back up. Hopefully it will. I think it will. There we go. Let's try that again. I come from a land down under. Ding, 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 ding. Yes. Yes. I guess it's saved, which is nice. I bet I can make something really cool out of that with all of these tricks combined. I'm gonna throw that on there. Sorry. I'm gonna try to readjust this. Sorry. To come back to 0. And then I'm gonna detune B1 and B2 instead. Wow, that's so sick. Do some other stuff here. That's so cool, man. Yeah, I think so too. Just needs a little bit of work. Going to make a top filter with the LFO here. Let's see, filter, decay time, interval depth, width. I think that's what I want to do here. I'm kind of curious why I'm getting so much noise out of this, though. So weird. I don't have any other effects going on. This is also not... That's so weird. Oh, maybe I have too much noise on the multi on this. I guess maybe it doesn't need this. It's really strange. I don't have anything else going on. I wonder if it's a DSP issue? Kind of, but not really. Well, I meant to say that... Maybe it's just this or something. I don't know. Oh shit. That was cool. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to figure it out. I still think I can turn this into something really cool. Just need to... That's fucking cool. What does this sound like without this stuff? It's actually pretty sick too. It's got that nice little ring over it. So is this B? That's... Yeah, that's B. Okay, so let's fuck with B. Wait, that's A. That's why that wasn't doing anything. It was because the filter was stuck just being stupid. Okay. There we go. What'd you say, baby? You say something, honey? I guess not. Dope, dude. That's what I'm getting back into, that kind of stuff. All right, let's turn all this off and see what it sounds like without any of it. What? For real? That's insane. How? That's pretty dope. that just say whispering peg? These are great for just like subs, you know? That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's an awesome sound. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fat Saw Greg. I actually like that. Hey, what's up, Matt? How are you? Just kind of doing a little mix between sound design on the digitone and then also flipping over and throwing it through some multipass stuff. Just making some things and having a good time. We made some killer basses today already. Sorry. Very sorry about that. Yeah, just some... Oh, dude, this one? Oh man, I wouldn't even say that. I was watching you cook for quite a few hours and I was like, wow, that's some really cool stuff. I love that like you actually make music on the boxes, whereas for me, like I prefer to just do the sound designy things. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are. We're probably going to move into like drums and pads here in a second, but this is kind of my chain whenever I'm making like heavy stuff. The heat is optional, but really just a triple OTT and a clipper and just some adjustment to like the low mids if it needs it, because this is kind of like where your intermodular distortion comes into play. And then when it comes into like multipass stuff, like let me just pull up a different bass. Let me scroll through this. Yeah, I actually have like so many questions for you, and now might not be the best time to ask you all of them, but and it's nothing that's like really technical except for maybe one question. Actually, yeah, the only question that I have that's like super technical is, do you have any advice on how I can, I'm using my iPhone, but do you have any advice on how I can get the glare off of this? Because I want this to be clean and clear, and while I'm glad that, actually, no, let's just do this. Let me show you this shit. So you might have already done this before, but this shit is the GOAT right here. Use wavetone. I actually don't like Swarmer compared to wavetone because this is just way better. Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm not trying to impress you or anything, by the way, but just like, hey, here's some cool shit that I found. So a little bit of wave distortion on this. A little bit of linear offset. And just stacking this. This is gonna get loud. Like, bro, come on. Like, all you need is a notch filter and a bandpass after that. This thing is so cool. And forgive me, I am bouncing everything out in C because I'm trying to make it like sample pack friendly, I guess. But yeah, I mean, if you throw something on here, I actually don't like that, but this one's pretty sick. Yeah. Pretty dope, man. So if we were to do something like just a pitch bend or whatever, is there a pitch all on here? Yeah, master tune. Let's do something like this. Do that. Sorry. Yeah, that kind of shit. Which the audio is so dirty, but I mean, sending it through, you know, some analog heat stuff. Just the way that it's breaking apart like that. I'm gonna back off of this just a little bit. And try some other presets on here that I've made. Sorry about that. A wah-wah is really good too. Dude. Let me turn this other stuff off and detect what pitch we're in. Okay, so this became a Hoover, so we need to back off of this just a little bit. Which is okay, but it's kind of not what we're looking for right now. Hey, Jersey, get off. What? Dude, you can't just barge in here and jump on my lap. Like, you need permission. Get down. She probably needs to go out, or actually it's 6 o'clock, so she probably wants food. Let's add a little bit of drift. And then, Jersey, stop. Let me just see what this sounds like without this. Okay, that's just cracked, so we need to back off of this a bit. Like, you don't need much with this, so... a little bit here. Is this your elbow, or is this your elbow? Okay, for some reason, that still sounds all kinds of fucked up. It might be because of the master distortion. Okay, Jersey, get down. Down. What am I doing? X? Nope. There's no crazy distortion over this. Alright, well, let's back off of it a bit. That's kind of cool. All right, F1. So even with this, like, it's, I bet it's still usable. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just the stuff on here, man. Like, there are some things that I hope that this box adds in the future, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Would be nice though. All right, let's move on to some bells and stuff. What am I making? Just shit. Can I get a rolling sampler from some of your serum patches? I don't really use serum a lot, but I'm making a sample pack from the digitone right now. Yeah, it's going to be available for other Arcanum members. Like even as that as a bell, it's like that's still so nice. No, I'm not going to charge people for it. I'm just going to put it out. Well, I mean, I'm going to put it for the members. You're not going to have to pay anything extra. Sick, yeah. I kind of want to keep some of that melodic stuff just to remember, to be honest. That's pretty cool. Cool, let's get some beam on this. I'm really excited for the, what's it called to come in? I have both a mess pedal and a microcosm, which I'm really excited about. Do I need it? No. Is it going to be fun? Yes. Let me just do this real fast. You guys shouldn't be able to see that, right? No. I wonder what's in the update. Actually don't know. That's a surprise. Maybe it's just a quality of life stuff or whatever. Wow. Okay. Guessing this has a huge, yeah. So what's creating? Oh, multipass is on. I was like, what the fuck? Wow, man. That's, yeah, and really kind of what I'm fishing for with this kind of stuff is just song starters or, you know, just hooks that I can later turn into something cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Why is that going insane? No, she hasn't been online since like 4. I'm sorry. Yeah, like this is nice. Yeah. Love it. Over dangerous. There we go. God, man, my body hurts so bad. I really like that motif. Do 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 do. What did I just do? Thank you, babe. This must be a court, yeah. Hey Kyle, what's up, dude? Something that we could do that I've been having a lot of fun with is going to the like ratio B, or sorry, A, and just setting like LFOs on that or something, because sometimes you can get some like crazy shit with this. Wow, man. Yeah, that's sick. Let me see what this sounds like without it. Sorry, that's so resonant. That sounds so cool though, man. I still want that because I like both of those chords, so it's so cool how it still maintains its own pitch. Man, I wonder what that sounds like with some bass stuff. Crazy, man. Going to back off of the high band on this because it's a little bit shrieky. So even though we are going to apply some OTT to this, I'm going to pull this down a bit. There we go, just a little bit there. So that way it's not so much. We can always pull it back. Okay, that just goes back to that setting. Oh, that was cool. back here, go back to the face cam. Let's back off of this just a little bit and set this to none. Wow, that was still sick. Okay. I'm not really sure why that's doing that though, because I turned this off. So what is raising the pitch on this? Oh, maybe it's this. Bow. I'm gonna try to make this not as distorted and just give it a little bit more softness. Sorry about that. Definitely wishing I had more than one octave, but I don't really feel like busting out the Oxy 1 sequencer at the moment. Should probably take all that just as like general playing and stuff that you can kind of sort through. Just added an LFO to the analog heat. Wait. Whatever. That was the X-Files. I wish that there was some like randomized options on here, because a lot of times the random stuff that's being put onto this is just like, they went too far with it, I feel. I think that having something a little bit more scaled back would be better. Because then I would actually want to go in and like affect the preset or whatever, but... Alright. Yeah, I've become way too complacent with just hitting random all the time. Which is okay, but probably need to get in there and do some shit. Actually, what I could do is, let me introduce you to my little friend. Grab the effects grid on here. And I'm sorry I'm not talking much, guys. Like I said, I don't feel very good today. I feel pretty lousy. Need to blend. And then we need another blend. I don't know why I typed that in twice. Need a long delay. We need an LFO. We need a random. We need a pitch shifter plus, which kind of stinks. I wish that like this really needs to be a device inside of bootwog. We can modify the grain rate, and I guess what we can also do is go here, go there. Sorry. Go there, go there. We've got a double blender, whammy 9000. We need a macro. Okay. Did I submit the Andrew Huang track? Yes, I did. Hello. Set this to plus 12. Wait a second. Is there segments inside of this? Yes, there is. So we're going to set this to hold, like so. We're going to create a tri-brigade here. We're going to create a tri-brigade here. What the fuck? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your woman on the flow. Because we're going to get up and get down. Gonna get up and get down. Do 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 do. I'm gonna set this to 12. Make this bipolar. Set this to hold. And then what we can do with this. Where's the phase rotator? Ah, shit. I need curves. Wait, do I? Yeah, I do. Fuck. Curves. And the reason why is because this actually has a phase control on it. go. Yeah. Could you guys throw a thumbs up if you're having a good time? I'd appreciate you forever. I'm just gonna do it over here, but we're gonna set this to 180. Oh, okay. So then maybe 0.25? See what that does. Oh, there we go. That needs to be here. Still not getting what I want out of it, but that's okay. It's 12 semitones. Both up and down, so why... What's the holdup? That's the holdup. Whatever, I'm just gonna set it to max. I don't give a shit. So we are going to toss a beam on here, but we're going to do this the methodical way. Without... Actually, no. Turn the reverb and delay back down on the analog heat. Did I just kill it? What happened? Hit escape. Okay, so whatever's going on with that is not playing nicely. So why don't we set that on there? Yeah, it says it's doing things, but it's not. What's up with that, Beam? It's pretty cool. Throw some Big Sky on here. Just gonna bring this back to Alien and play some 7 chords. Wow. For some reason, I'm still getting a bunch of, that sounds cool, but... Why is this so sharp? Is it because the analog or the fuse compressor? It is. Wow. Crazy. These metal textures are pretty cool. Oh, I see what this is. I just figured out what this is. So A and B are the same. Like there's 4 oscillators on, or operators on here, but A and B are the same, but that's how you control the tuning. I thought B was a breakdown of like individual partials that were offset. I feel so dumb. That's crazy. Yeah, I wish that on here, instead of having this with envelopes, I think that maybe just having like 6 different envelopes total as modulation sources, and then being able to have a matrix effect grid. So right now you can kind of see like there's a box here with this, and instead of having different algorithms to choose from, which I would take different algorithms, don't get me wrong, but it's just a table, like a 1 2 3 4 by 1 2 3 4, and then you can just adjust the values. And because then you could apply LFOs or, you know, envelopes or what the fuck ever to that. Which would be cool, but I don't think that Electron would ever do that. That'd be way too advanced for what they have to offer. I always run out of envelopes. I usually don't, but the reason why I want more is because it would make sense for the operators, right? As opposed to 4 operators, or sorry, yeah, 4 operators, but you can only control the FM amount between A and B. Like there should be a page 5 that has the other ones, so it could like self-oscillate, or you know what I mean, or just do something like that. I think that would be really cool. I would like something that's more akin to just like, how do I, let me find this. Do I even have FM8? I have FM8, but I don't know if I have FM8 installed. Do I have Nambu installed though? Ooh, fuck. I'm so sorry guys, I'm starting to feel really shitty. Nambu synth. So, no, I just want to see a picture. There we go. So if you look at this, this is a 6FM operator, which is totally fine, by the way. And maybe that's just what I should stick to, because this was the thing that I was doing inside of the iPad beforehand, which is pretty fucking sick. But yeah, I wish that there was, this one doesn't have like a waveform maker, so, and they'll never do that on this, but if you had a partial or like a harmonic maker per thing, I don't care if it's super menu divey, I want it, and I think that would be fantastic, because that way you can just create your own routing. Oh, I actually tried to interact with that, lol. But you can do its own feedback, right? So you can go like A to A, or A to B, or let me see, how would I go A to A on this? Because this is going to be here, boom. Yeah, I think that's what you would do, is you would just go A, and then you go A here, and not turn on B. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So A would go into A this way. So boom, boom. Or something of the sort, but Nambu's great, man. It's a great synth. It's kind of, it's not very fun to use, just because like the LFOs and the modulation and the interactivity of it is like not very exciting or interesting. But to be honest with you, that's kind of the use case for every synth that I've messed with up to this point, is like there's so much powerful stuff on the iPad. However, it sorry guys, it's just not very like interactive, and like I don't know, well I take that back, there's a couple of things that are incredible, like patterning, the interactivity behind that, dope. But like as far as a deep synth, like if you've ever messed with butter synth, I cannot stand using that. It's so not fun. I don't like the long hold. I don't like all that stuff and it works, it's functional, but also like the effects and all that are just kind of whack. I'm sure there are some fantastic, interactive synths on there, but I have yet to find one that I'm like, oh, this is the thing. And I've actually been considering getting a Waldorf Iridium core for the purpose of hold on one sec, guys. Yeah, for the purpose of just having an FM synth, a wavetable synth, physical modeling. Feel better. Thanks for sharing your time. Yeah, dude, thanks so much. I think that I am probably going to call it. I went live for 2.5 hours and did the best that I could. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging with me. For anybody else, if you're an Arcanum member, it's going to take me a few days when I start feeling better, but I'm making a collection of all these different sounds, and I'm probably not going to categorize them. I'm just going to dump them in a folder and give them to the Arcanum members. So if that seems like that's something interesting, you can be excited for that if you're already a member or something. I don't think that I want to do a sample pack because these are too volatile. Like maybe if I just did like kicks and snares or something, or I had like a huge ensemble of sounds that were like cutting edge and really nice. The thing with modular stuff or hardware stuff is that it's like super insane and crazy. So I don't really want to, I don't really want to do that right now at this point, but maybe in the future. I've saved all the sounds that I've made. And there's that. But all right, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go and probably lie down. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday.